Here, Hagrid and I are working on send to place, which means I want him to go to place without me. So I start by walking towards the place, and then I step back and allowing Hagrid to find the place caught on his own, which he did really well there. And we're going to repeat this a couple of times from further and further away and just see how he does. So I've got the leash, I drop the leash, and over to the place caught he goes. Fantastic. And now we're going to do a recall off the place caught directly to me, sitting right in front of me there, and a reward. And then we're going to put Hagrid back into place just by simply pointing, sending him to place. Does a fantastic job. This time a recall and to a down position. Again, great job. He's being able to handle the down just by the command. No hand movements, no other direction, just simply by command. And you can see there he's holding the down pretty well. And then I'm able just to send him from a down over to the place. Fantastic. Since Hagrid's doing so well on place, I'm using an app called At Home, which allows my iPad to be a camera and my iPhone to be able to remotely see what Hagrid's doing and to use it to record this video. Each time that Hagrid sits up like that, I'm just going to tap on the e-collar and Hagrid goes back down into position. So this is just an additional challenge for Hagrid. When I'm not in the room, nobody's watching, can he hold a place? And he's doing really well here. He does start to get antsy and will stand up from time to time, but I'm able to see him remotely via my phone, and I can tap and he'll go back down. So this is a great exercise to use to be able to really hone the skill and the command of place and really incorporate some duration. And by the fact that nobody's in the room, that's a distraction in and of itself. So it's a great way to practice with your pups. You can see here he's doing really well holding place. Again, I'm nowhere in sight. I'm on the other side of the house, and he's just maintaining his place. Okay, now we're going to work on a little advanced technique as it relates to the threshold. Hagrid already knows that rushing out the doorway in front of me is not okay. So I start him in a sit position, and what I'm working on here is I don't want him to move from that position until he's invited out the door. And what you see right here is as I'm working, he kind of goes by himself and makes that decision. So I corrected him, and now I'm resetting him. And we're going to continue to work this first with the length of the leash, and then eventually we'll drop the leash and work both sides of the door. Right there he did really well. So he's going to get a reward when I come back in, as he did not move and I did not invite him out. And that time he was invited out and came out and sat in front of me rather than just bolting out the door. Now we'll try going in the door. Same thing. I want him to stay until he's invited in and not before. You can see there he's holding his sit real nice. He got up, he was a little confused, so we'll reset him using both the e-collar and the prong collar at this point to communicate with Hagrid. And a great job there. So we're going to do another repetition here, and you're going to see in a minute as a car passes by me why this is so important. We really don't want dogs just bolting out front doors because they really can get hurt and run into the street. Here I've dropped the leash and I'm starting to create more distance and expecting Hagrid to hold that same position and not bolt out the door. And now I'm creating a bit more distance. I am amazed by how quickly Hagrid's picked up on this. You can see now I kind of even disappear. I've walked away so far. Then I'm going to come back again, but Hagrid is holding a nice attentive sit and just maintaining position. Absolutely fantastic. And one more time from the other side of the door. Put him in a sit, and you can see he's respecting that. He understands whenever he's put in a command, he's not to do anything until he's either invited or he's released. You're doing tremendous there. Just holding his sit and waiting for my direction. He's invited in, comes and sits nicely and gets his reward. Great job. And of course, we love to end our sessions and our days with a little play. This time with Hagrid's favorite Frisbee. Man, does he love this thing.